What is up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel, and let me tell you, you are not going to believe what just happened. This is huge news for the Dallas Cowboys, and I am so excited to share it with you all. Breaking news just came across the wire. Trey Hendrickson, the dominant pass rusher from the Cincinnati Bengals, has officially signed with the Dallas Cowboys. That's right, you heard me correctly. One of the top sack artists in the NFL, the guy who put up 13 sacks in each of the last 2 seasons, is now a Dallas Cowboy. This is massive, folks. Adam Schefter, the ultimate insider, has confirmed it, and now it's official. The Cowboys have landed one of the best edge rushers on the market, and this move could completely change the trajectory of Dallas defense for years to come. If you're a Cowboys fan, you've got to be absolutely ecstatic right now. But before we dive into the details and break down what this signing means for the team, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any future updates. Trust me, you'll want to stay updated on everything happening in Dallas. Now, let's get into it. The addition of Trey Hendrickson is a game changer for the Dallas Cowboys. For those of you who aren't familiar with Hendrickson, let me give you a quick rundown. He has been one of the most productive pass rushers in the NFL over the past few seasons. After being drafted by the New Orleans Saints in 2017, Hendrickson spent a couple of years developing, and then he truly broke out when he joined the Cincinnati Bengals. In 2020, Hendrickson exploded onto the scene with a career-high 13.5 sacks, proving that he was ready to take his game to the next level. His performance was no fluke. Either he followed that up with another outstanding season in 2021, recording 14 sacks and continuing to establish himself as one of the premier edge rushers in the league. And just last season, in 2023, he racked up 13 more sacks. He's been remarkably consistent, and it's that consistency that makes this signing so exciting for the Cowboys. The thing that makes Hendrickson so special is his ability to get after the quarterback. The guy is relentless. Whether it's coming off the edge or rushing from the interior, Hendrickson has shown time and time again that he can get to the quarterback. He uses a combination of speed, power, and technique to break through offensive lines and wreak havoc in the backfield. This is exactly what the Cowboys have been missing for the past couple of years: a true, proven pass rusher who can get consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. And let's be honest, while the Cowboys have had some solid pass rushers over the years, none of them have quite been the consistent force that Hendrickson has been. The addition of him to this defensive line gives the Cowboys a whole new dimension. Speaking of the defensive line, let's talk about the Cowboys' defense and what this signing means for them as a whole. Dallas already has one of the best defenses in the league, ranking in the top 5 in total defense last season. A big part of that success comes from Micah Parsons, who has quickly become one of the most dominant defensive players in the NFL. Parsons is an absolute force, and he's been wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks from the linebacker position. But the one thing the Cowboys have been missing is that second elite pass rusher to complement Parsons. DeMarcus Lawrence has been solid, but he's been inconsistent at times, and the Cowboys have been in need of someone who can consistently generate pressure from the edge. With Hendrickson now in the fold, that problem is solved. Just imagine the havoc that Parsons, Hendrickson, and Lawrence are going to cause. That's 3 players who are capable of consistently getting after the quarterback, and when you have that kind of pressure coming from all angles, it's going to make life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. Offensive lines won't know who to double team. Do they focus on Parsons, who can rush from anywhere? Or do they focus on Hendrickson, who has proven time and time again that he can win one-on-one battles? No matter what, it's going to be a nightmare for opposing offenses trying to block these guys. Not only does Hendrickson improve the pass rush, but he's also an asset in other areas of the game. He's an excellent run defender, capable of setting the edge and disrupting running plays. If you've watched him play, you know he doesn't just rush the passer, he plays the run just as well. This gives the Cowboys' defense even more versatility. It's not just about getting after the quarterback, it's about shutting down the run game and forcing offenses to become one-dimensional. And when offenses are forced to become one-dimensional, that plays right into the hands of the Cowboys' defense. With Hendrickson, Parsons, Lawrence, and the rest of the defensive line, the Cowboys will be able to control the line of scrimmage in both the run and pass game. But let's take a moment to talk about why this signing makes sense for the Cowboys, both strategically and financially. The Cowboys have been in need of a game-changer on the defensive line for a while, and this move addresses that need perfectly. Hendrickson is the type of player who can elevate an entire defense. He's proven that he can thrive in different defensive schemes, and now, he gets to join one of the league's best defensive coordinators in Dan Quinn. Quinn is known for his aggressive, attacking style, and Hendrickson is exactly the kind of player who can fit into that system and make an immediate impact. Under Quinn's guidance, we could see Hendrickson take his game to even greater heights, as Quinn is excellent at getting the most out of his players. From a financial perspective, Hendrickson's signing is also a smart move for the Cowboys. The team has made some key moves in free agency, and landing Hendrickson gives them a legitimate edge rusher without breaking the bank. The Cowboys have been able to keep their financial flexibility while adding a player who can have a major impact on their defense. This is exactly the kind of move that can put the Cowboys over the top and make them legitimate Super Bowl contenders. But what does this mean for the rest of the NFC East? As we all know, the NFC East is one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL, and every team is trying to get better. The Philadelphia Eagles have been strong, the New York Giants are on the rise, and Washington is always a tough opponent. But with the addition of Hendrickson, the Cowboys are now in an even stronger position to dominate the division. Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones, and Sam Howell are going to have their hands full with this revamped Dallas defense. You've got Parsons, who can rush from anywhere, Lawrence, who can disrupt from the edge, and now Hendrickson, who will be a constant threat on the other side. These quarterbacks are going to be under constant pressure all season long, and that's going to make it much harder for them to succeed. It's not just about the division, though. The Cowboys have their eyes on the big prize, the Super Bowl. And if they're going to get there, they need a defense that can take over games and make big plays when it matters most. Hendrickson gives them that. He's a proven playmaker who can step up in critical moments. Whether it's the playoffs or a big regular season game, you can count on Hendrickson to bring the heat. He's been part of a Bengals team that made it to the Super Bowl, and now he's bringing that experience and winning mentality to Dallas. This is a guy who knows what it takes to succeed on the big stage, and that kind of leadership and experience will be invaluable for the Cowboys as they look to make a deep playoff run. In conclusion, this is a huge move for the Dallas Cowboys. Trey Hendrickson is one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and his addition makes the Cowboys' defense one of the most dangerous in the league. With Hendrickson, Parsons, and Lawrence all on the same line, opposing quarterbacks are in for a long, tough season. The Cowboys now have a truly elite pass rush, and that's going to pay huge dividends this season. Combine that with a strong secondary, and Dallas is primed for a Super Bowl run. This is the kind of move that could make all the difference. If you're a Cowboys fan, you've got to be excited about the future because it looks brighter than ever. Let me know your thoughts on the signing in the comments. Are you as excited as I am? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for all the latest Cowboys news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys!